Happy Friday, everybody. As you can see here, we have three awesome looking snakes, and I'm doing a little bit of a change up with how I'm running this male sale that I have going on that I debuted yesterday. I had basically too many males, and a lot of them are just breeder males that I don't need to use this anymore. I have a couple leftover hatchlings, and initially I had let's get them out here. I had this hatchling male paired up with those two females you just saw, but he's so far out from breeding that I kind of thought he'd be better off just trying to sell on his own. By the time this video posts, he will be listed by himself in that sale. So, check him out if you're interested in him, Ultramel Posset Pied combo. So I kind of thought to myself, well, how do I kind of rectify this and kind of make more sense to list both of these. These are both Enchi double het ultrapied females. I got them last year from Chimera. I believe the bigger one is like 1,100 grams. The smaller one's 950 grams. So they're both 100% double het ultrapied, and they're both Enchi. But I was like, well, what makes more sense to try to sell these snakes? I was looking through my racks, like what male would pair up with them, and I decided that it's probably this guy. If you guys have been following me for a long time, or at least for the past year or so, these snakes are all leaving the premises. If you have been following me for the past year or so, this male here popped up out of a clutch from my Ultramel Het Pied male that I got from Aussie, and out of nowhere was probably one of the one or two or maybe three prettiest snakes that I produced all last year. So actually, let me get these two females put away because they're not a whole lot to look at. They're powerful because of their recessive genes, but you obviously can't see the recessive. So let me get them away because they're obviously not going to sit still. All right, so that's one away. And look, this one's already trying to take a hike. They're all good eaters. They all eat ASFs too, if you're wondering. So all three of these snakes are on ASFs. So this male popped up, and I'll probably have baby photos of him in the listing if he's still available tomorrow. He was a holdback. I was trying to see if there was some maybe dinker gene going on in there because initially when I bought that male from Aussie, he wasn't supposed to have yellow belly in him, but this male actually did test positive for yellow belly. And possibly Enchi as well. So what I think he is an orange dream, yellow belly, fire leopard, possible Enchi, double het ultrapied. He's 100% double het ultrapied. So this trio, and he's about 800 grams at this point. He's very close to a year old. I don't know the exact date. I have it in Husbandry Pro, but I don't have it on me. So this trio is 3 double het ultrapieds. This male is orange dream, yellow belly, fire leopard, possible Enchi, which is what I think his ID is. Maybe there's a dinker gene in there, I'm not sure, because he doesn't look like exactly like a lot of the ODYB fire Leos that I was able to find. It could just be some influence from the double het ultrapied, but I'm not 100% sure. But so this trio is him, and there's 2 females. They're basically, I would assume, all be ready to breed within a few short months. And so I thought this was going to be a better package for most people if they're looking at this as a breeder package. Now, it's not going to be 60% off because I can't discount it that much, but I will put a small sale on it when I do list it later. I'm going to list it on Thursday, so it'll be active. But this is a really, really, really good potential for somebody to produce some really pretty snakes. You have long odds at hitting ultrapieds with it. However, your odds of hitting either pieds or ultramels are a little better, and you're going to have possets for the other ones, and you can test for all those genes as well. But this male is just absolutely stunning. He's one of the prettiest snakes I've produced. The only reason I'm getting rid of him is because where my projects are right now, it would kind of be silly for me to be breeding a male that is double het. I have, especially ultrapied. His dad is has all of his genes plus maybe more, and he's visual ultramel het pied, so he's not really an upgrade. For a while, I thought maybe he had a lot more going on in him, but I'm not sure if he does. Maybe he has the Dinker gene, but if he does, again, the dad has it. So it's really just kind of redundancy. And if I do end up needing another ultrapied male, I'm probably gonna get a double visual if something pops up that has a lot of genes in them. So this is something that's really exciting. I didn't plan on releasing this male ever. He was just so cool looking, but after I sit with the snake for a year and I think to myself, well, if I kept every cool snake that I have, then I wouldn't be selling anything. And the whole point here is selling stuff, and that's what's gonna happen here. Now he's awesome. He's beautiful. Again, all three of these snakes are basically going to be ready to breed here very shortly. All three are on ASFs. Look how cool he is. How yellow. I mean, he's keeping colors very well. His blacks, or the black started creeping a little bit there in the yellow. As he aged, but he's an adult now, and I don't think his colors are going to change a whole lot. What I loved most about him is how he goes from the stripes into the dots into nothing. It's just a really pretty snake. So, they're up now if they're still available. And I did make one more change to my pairing, or to I think one of the groups or one of the males. So let me update that as well. I'll tell you guys about that again if they're still active, because that listing's already up. So I had this male listed by himself. He was a pastel ODYB Leo pied het clown. I think it looks like he's going in the shed. Proven breeder. He had, I think, 4 or 5 clutches for me last year. Haven't bred him in close to a year, 6 months or so, if not more. So he's ready to go again. I had him listed by himself. However, I decided to release 2 adult females that I had. One's ready to breed, and the other one should be in a few short months. So we have this 2,000 gram Pastave pied female. She bred for me in late 2022 and hasn't been paired since. So she's ready to go to your males, or to that male, or whatever you want to do if you want to get into the project. I was kind of aiming this project like it was going to be a clown pied project. You have the male that kind of swings both ways. He's a visual pied and he's a het clown. So I decided to put a visual pied female with him and a visual clown female with him too. This female's clutch is actually going to be the clutch that is hatching here this weekend. I'll probably have the video up on Monday of the egg cutting. Pastel leopard clown. She is 2,000 grams, laid 7 good eggs 2 months ago, and so she's ready to go. She's eating. She's actually in shed here as well. So she, it's a good combo. The male having 4 genes, pastel leopard ODYB, have the chance to make some really cool looking clowns that are going to be het pied. And you'll be making all pieds with a pied female, and then working in basically 5 different genes. You'll be making potential 5 gene pieds that are going to be pos het clown, which you can test for. So that trio of snakes is available as well. Just trying to really provide some value for people. I really want to move this inventory this weekend, so I'm very motivated to do that. I don't want to have extra snakes in here that I don't need as these new clutches start to hatch. And if something happens where, some point in a month or 2, I do need to go buy a double visual ultrapied male, I want to have that space. And my grow outs that are still stuck in the 1065, I would say half of them, if not more, are ready to move into the bigger tub. So I actually need to make space too, because I'm kind of, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 4 spots left. So if I sell those 3, if I sell both those trios, it frees up 6 spots. That'll have 10 spots total. That should be enough to hold me over for a while. So I need to make space in these racks, because I don't plan on buying another 5540 until probably Black Friday or so, if they do a Black Friday sale. So that's where we're at. I really want to move these guys out of here. Check the sale if you haven't yet. That male that I'm releasing, the double head ultrapied. Probably my favorite snake. I really wasn't expecting him to pop out of that clutch. That was also the same clutch that produced the white snake. That it tested negative for ivory because neither parent was supposed to have yellow belly before the pairing happened. Obviously, there was yellow belly somewhere because that male tested positive. I'm assuming it's the dad because that dad had like 4 or 5 clutches for me last year, and there were some snakes that looked yellow belly to me in the other clutches, so it was definitely him. But that was the clutch that had that bright white snake that had like no pattern. It had that male. It had a bunch of really pretty pied females. If you want to see, let's see who came out of those clutches. Like, these girls are so pretty that came out of that clutch, these pied females. Let me see if I can. Let's see. Come here, honey. Oop. Okay, she doesn't want to. So let's get another one. I think I actually kept half that clutch, including that male. Look how pretty those pieds are. Yeah, because I kept those 4. Yeah, I kept 5. Look how pretty. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous clutch. Those are all pied head ultra male. And then here's the other double head female that I kept. Similar to the male, a little different. I think she's pastel as well. I don't know if there's something else in there with her, but that's the female that I am keeping. That's very similar genetically to the male. So yeah, I kept half. There was like a 10 egg clutch, and I kept half of it because they were so crazy. And that male, so now I'm gonna have 4 once I sell that male. But awesome trios. I'm really reducing these prices. If you're looking to get into projects quick on the ground floor, ready to go, you could be breeding most of these snakes within a few months. The only one that you're not gonna be breeding right away is that pastel leopard clown female, but she's already been eating for weeks and she's already 2,000 grams. But the Pastave female is ready to breed. Those 2-inchy double head ultrapieds should be ready to breed soon. So it's a win-win situation. You're getting a discount on these animals. They're coming in sets of 3. They all work in projects together. So they're really good breeder packages for you guys that are looking to get into new projects.